I'm Richard Clarke. I record these talks every day as a way to deepen my inquiry. Listen each day and deepen your own practice. Welcome. I'm reviewing and commenting on the book Talks with Sri Ramana Maharshi. Today is from Talk 443. A visitor asked, "The illustration of the mirror relates to the sense of sight only. The world is perceived by other senses also. Can the unreality be established in relation to the other senses as well?" Maharshi: "A figure on the screen in the cinema show appears to watch the whole world. What is the reality behind the subject and the object in the same show? An illusory being watches an illusory world." Questioner: "But I am the witness of the show." Maharshi: "Certainly you are. You and the world are as real as the cinema figure and the cinema world." In this dialogue, the visitor questions the application of the mirror analogy used by Sri Ramana Maharshi, which illustrates the illusory nature of the world as perceived through sight. The visitor wonders if the same unreality can be established through other senses, like hearing, touch, taste, and smell. Ramana Maharshi responds by comparing this to a cinema show where a figure on the screen seems to perceive an entire world. Ramana explains that both the figure and the world it perceives are illusory. This analogy highlights the idea that our perception of reality, regardless of the sense involved, is ultimately an illusion of the mind. Just as the figure in the cinema is not real, and the world it perceives is not real, our individual selves and the world we experience through our senses are not ultimately real. They are projections, much like the images on a cinema screen. When the questioner insists that they are the witness of the show, Ramana agrees, but points out that both the questioner and the world they perceive have no more reality than the figures and scenes in a cinema. This means that they are not real at all in the absolute sense. The perception of being a witness of the world is itself part of the illusion. It is still tied to the duality of world and witness. The Maharshi's teaching centers on the idea that what we consider to be the self or the ego and the world it interacts with are both part of the same illusion. The true self, which is pure consciousness alone, is the only reality. The mind and the ego create the illusion of separateness and the myriad experiences of the objective world known through the senses. By identifying with this ego, we take these experiences to be real, much like a moviegoer might get absorbed in the story on the screen. Ramana Maharshi's analogy of the cinema show illustrates that our sense perceptions, whether through sight, sound, touch, taste, or smell, do not reflect ultimate reality. They are projections of the mind. The true self, which is beyond all senses and mind, remains untouched and unchanged. Self-inquiry, as taught by the Maharshi, involves turning inward to realize the true self through the knowledge that the individual self, the ego, and its experiences are merely illusions. They are temporary and transient, while the self is always. In this way, the unreality of the world is established not just in relation to sight, but to all senses. The ultimate goal is to recognize and abide in the true self, beyond the illusory experience of the mind and senses. This realization brings true happiness and freedom from suffering, which are inherent in the self. So know yourself and be always free and at peace. In 40 Verses on Reality, Ramana Maharshi explains the nature of the self, the ultimate reality, and self-inquiry. My new book, with my comments and inquiry questions, opens these teachings up and brings them into your practice and experience. Available now from Amazon. Link in the video description. These videos bring Ramana's teachings into your direct experience. Click subscribe to see more. Click thumbs up to like, and send questions and start a dialogue with a comment.